In a time of slavery and despair, God called an unlikely hero to bring deliverance to his people. This is the story of Moses, the man who led Israel from bondage into freedom. If these stories of faith and courage uplift you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread the word to others. Moses' journey began in Egypt, where he was born at a time when Pharaoh had ordered the death of all Hebrew male children. But God protected Moses, delivering him into the hands of Pharaoh's own daughter. Exodus 2:10 records, "And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, Because I drew him out of the water." Moses grew up in the royal palace, but never forgot his Hebrew heritage. One day, seeing an Egyptian abusing a Hebrew, he acted in defense of his people. In Exodus 2:12, he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Fearing for his life, Moses fled into the wilderness. Moses spent years in Midian, where he found peace, tending sheep. But God had a greater purpose for him. One day, as he led his flock near Mount Horeb, he encountered something extraordinary. In Exodus 3:4-5, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, "Moses, Moses." And he said, "Here am I." And he said, "Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground." God revealed his plan to Moses, telling him to return to Egypt to free the Israelites from slavery. Moses, feeling unworthy and fearful, questioned his ability to lead. But God assured him in Exodus 3:12, "Certainly I will be with thee." Moses asked, "What if they do not believe me?" In response, God gave him signs: a rod that turned into a serpent, and a hand that became leprous and was healed again. "And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign." Exodus 4:8. With faith in God's promise, Moses obeyed, returning to Egypt alongside Aaron. Together, they confronted Pharaoh, declaring, "Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness." Exodus 5:1. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and Egypt endured 10 plagues as God demonstrated his power over all. Through each plague, God revealed his might, until finally Pharaoh let the Israelites go. With courage and obedience, Moses led God's people to freedom. They journeyed toward the Red Sea, with Pharaoh's army in pursuit, but God was not finished delivering his people. In a moment of divine intervention, God parted the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground. Exodus 14:22. They crossed safely, while Pharaoh's army was swept away as the waters returned. With faith in God's promises and the courage to obey, Moses became the deliverer of Israel. His journey from exile to leader of a nation reminds us that God equips those he calls. Thank you for watching this incredible story of faith and freedom. If Moses' journey inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share to inspire others with the power of God's deliverance. May we trust God's call in our lives, knowing that he leads us through every challenge